Concept of teaching. It is realized on all hands that education is most important not only for the preservation and transmission of culture but is also an important instrument in all spheres social, economical, political, and vocational. Earning of livelihood has become completely upon education. Some specific methods of teaching, team teaching, micro teaching, features of micro teaching. It is a teacher training technique. It focuses on developing teacher skills. It reduces the classes size in 5 to 10 students. The size of the topics is also reduced. Micro teaching is a highly individualized training skills. It provides feedback for trainees' performance. In this technique, learning are provided with immediate knowledge of the correctness of response. Micro teaching steps, defining the skills, planning the lessons, teaching the lesson, discussions, and replanning. Problems of teaching English language, building a report with your class. When you enter the class for the first time, it is very important that you give a welcoming smile to your students and greet them saying good morning class. How are you feeling today? Or something like that. This is a very significant first step. Your accuracy, smile, and greeting them in a familiar manner helps them bond with you instantly. Remember, a smile always welcomes people to interact with you. Same way, if you have a smiling face, then the students will feel the express their views to you, building confidence for the language in the students at the first meeting itself. Train your students to ask some simple English questions and give their answers. Examples are: what is your name? Which country are you from? Who is your best friend? Etc. etc. When you train them to ask questions on the students with this topic itself, your student will identify, show off these questions to their folks, and their interest in the language will be built. They will come with higher hopes of learning more things the next day, starting a thought process in the student's mind. Make it a very firm rule, but subtly that three will be no other language spoken in your class other than English, and also remember that the students are trying their best. Be gentle with them when they attempt to translate English into their language. Exhort them to think in class English. This is a mammoth task and can be achieved only after some weeks or probably months of teaching. For example, the school in which I have studied had made the students compulsory to converse in English, and if the student fails to speak English or is spotted speaking other languages, then she was fined rupees 1, 5 or 10 as a punishment. The teachers should be competent. Special efforts should be made to ensure that teachers of English themselves possess a good command of English. The teachers appointed should be very competent and should always update their knowledge from their time to time, handling mistakes with care. Do not convert your English class into a caricature of mind your language. Mistakes will happen in the class and you have to learn how to handle them differently. If you laugh at the student, they will be too embarrassed to make any further attempts at speaking the language. If you do not laugh, students will feel you are only being too kind to them and might always think they have said something wrong, but you are hiding your assessment. What I do is I laugh with the student, carrying on the process. Be patient. I cannot stress this enough. You are a teacher. You know your language, your your students cannot know you and you cannot your students. Building basic communication skills in the students. Never teach your students, always speak with them. Converse with the students about day-to-day things. Keep talking with them in simple English. Encourage your students to talk. A simple questions like why are you late for class today will be very useful. The student will try to explain the reason in English. You might not actually but to know the reason. But keep talking just the same as long as the student attempt to talk in English. Make it a point to listen. Lack of creativity in students. Students are generally, to a great extent, handicapped in the power of self expression. Therefore, great emphasis should be given on language courses, which may consist of easy writing, letter writing, grammar, etc. Most of the students prefer to refer to age already made notes either distributed by the teacher or available at a book depot. They refer and write the same answer which the notes contain. Lack of motivation in learning a second or a foreign language. Motivation is the curricular force which determines whether the learner embarks on a task at all, how much energy he devoted to it. Lack of communication, lack of communicative need. A person is therefore most likely to be drawn towards learning a second language if he prescribe a clear communicative need for it. The extent of this communicative need depends upon the nature of the social community in which the person lives. Inability of the teacher to understand the difference between the teaching of literature and the teaching skills. Everybody knows that the study of a language is not an end